P.S. Let's go back to Auschwitz. It was, I mentioned to you before, women were separated from men. Children wasn't any children because the children they liquidated immediately, just arriving by the transport. As you know my story a little bit, what I did in Auschwitz, what mine assignment was in Auschwitz. I only was working, I've been in Auschwitz 2.5 years. The 2.5 years I worked only on espionage. I was assigned to this commando by secret kind of doing, from the partisan, from the all kind of organizations. Maybe the Americans help it, I don't know. They want to know it, how to infiltrate it, how to get information out. Maybe those two guys were the guys from American, but they been not imprisoned. They been civilists they call them. They lived in a village by Auschwitz, not far. In the morning they came in for 8 hours of work in the lager and they went home. When I got in contact with them, and I worked only in the women's lager, it was forbidden to talk to a woman even. One girl recognized me. She was from the ghetto where I was, in the second ghetto I mentioned before. You have it on the file. Ploinsk. P-L-O-N-S-K. Ploinsk. My eldest brother lived there. And she recognized me. She hollered, "Henry, Henry, Henry." And I looked around. I see it, nobody. And I see a woman approaching to me. And I don't see any danger. Nobody sees it. He was a name, a guy. He was an assessment. Hitler wasn't as bad as this guy. You can imagine what kind of person. Can I go on? Or?
Yes, please.
And then I talked to her. What she wants to know from me, if I know anything, her family. Let's say Mr. Levine. If it's any families from Levine's name, you know it. I wouldn't know it because Lee didn't have names. I told you, Lee had only numbers. So I talked, and suddenly he appeared, the guy. His name was Schillinge. The whole Auschwitz, the whole around 20 miles probably, knew about Schillinge. And the fear of him was like the devil. You wouldn't have fear more than for a Schillinge. And he came close, he come, he called me. And she ran away, the girl. He didn't want her, he wants me. And he started to beat me up. You can't imagine a human being wouldn't have mercy on each other as all to beat me up. He knocked me out unconscious. It was a pit from here to the window. He wore boots. I never seen so big feet in my life. An elephant. And he kicked me in the pit, and I fall in. The pit was very deep, a pit. But a dry pit, wasn't any water or anything, just a pit. And he left me, and he took out the gun, but he spared a bullet, he put back in the gun. I didn't see this because I was unconscious. I was in the pit. But who saw it? My girlfriend, what I married her, Anna, worked in the laundry, crossed the pit where he beat me up, from here about 10, 20 feet from there. They saw through the window the whole story. They told me later, the story is when I encountered. They came out, as soon as he left, they came out, he was in the laundry, but 30 girls, this was a heaven. That's how all of them survived, because it was a golden job. They did do nothing, they just got a little bit more food, it was good. And my wife, my girlfriend was there also, with 3 sisters, that's how they survived. They lowered it down, one girl, and she wrapped me around with string. They pulled her probably first out, but she has soon finished me. And the 30 girls roped me out and brought me out. And otherwise, he didn't want to use a bullet. He knew I'm dead. I didn't breathe, and I was in the pit. And I came out. Imagine this: the women's lager to the men's lager is quite a wait, a few miles. And I had to clean up myself. I regained consciousness. And to go back into the company, and you had to walk like a soldier, 4 in a row. Every morning when we walked out to work, listen to this. 2 young people had to be hanged. One time they hang it up, 2 people. One was an elderly guy, and one was a young guy, maybe 15, 14, like my age or whatever, a young guy. They hang him. The young guy was too light for the weight. He was, the tongue swollen up. You could see. When we marched, here was the gallows. They're hanging. And we marched, we had to turn left. Look at everybody got by where you didn't turn. You had to look at those, the dead ones. You would be dead right there with a piece of a plywood, 2x4, you would be dead. Everybody turned. This was their music, played the nicest music in the world. Chopin, whatever you want to hear in the world. They played every morning to marching. Then we came in from work and we walked out. That was the morning in 4 o'clock or 4:30, whenever the sun a little rise. That's what we had in Mokat. Every morning when I went out, other commanders didn't come in. Lizard carry, let's say in a commando was roughly 30 people. They had us a kind of hung up on 30. 30 in the laundry, what I mentioned, 30. My commando was 30. They had 30. They brought 10 at least carry back in dead. They died for not eating, for the frost, the wind, on the field. You think what little you wear? You wore only a shirt. You took out the shirt here. Here was standing 5 people with shovels. Any ground, dirt, put it in the shirt, and you carried the shirt from here to the window, and you dropped it over there. Over there, he took dirt, he put back in your shirt, you brought it back. He not anything for that purpose.
Yes, I think we knocked this off.
Okay.
That's all right. No harm done.
For the Hitler, for the hits, the job to do it. Look at what we did. We carried the dirt there, they carried back. That was the job to do it. The SS, you'll ask me, what did they do with it? They had the best life in their whole life. They had to be assessment to guard us in Auschwitz or to go to the Russian front. He came Sunday. What do they do with them? They beam about 10,000 of him. What do they do for entertainment? They had boxing, arenas, Litchfield. What only not we could go. Only the SS. One morning and a Sunday came the Blockover, what they call him. He said he needed 20 people, young people. I was the first always to be caught, but you know why? Jewish people, most of them are short. And I was skinny and tall. When I was younger, I was taller. When you get older, you grow down. Instead to grow up, you grow down. So, they took us at 12 with dogs and with machine guns, and we walked. No, I don't know it. They want to tire us out. Guess where they took us? They took us about 10 miles we walked to a field. This table is white, wider than this. Pebbles are so big, white, snow white. And we stopped in the brothers and I look around, I see a field with beautiful benches. We thought, oh my God, what are they going to shoot us, hang us, what are they going to do? Curious. Suddenly I hear other dogs barking, besides the dogs what they were there. And then they came closer, I see the schnauze on, and they bring it.
They're called muzzles.
Muzzles. Then suddenly I hear krächzen, yawning and everything. 4 little girls appear in the zebras. The women also wore zebras. And they brought them in, and they put them down. And then I saw this, I figured, oh, this is the Hayom Harasam today they do. They talked to the dogs, and they gave them a cookie, and pet them. Good dog. They warmed them up, and took up the dogs and say, sick him. 2 dogs took a person, a girl. In 2 seconds, you had 2 of them. From one person, the dogs made 2. The pebbles weren't anymore white, red. They cut them from the halves of pieces like this. They didn't eat them, but they tore them on pieces. The dogs came back. They gave him a cookie again. The assessment had the cookies in the pocket. Good doggy, good doggy. Bravo, bravo, brave doggies. Am I in Auschwitz?
Or Halloween.
Like Twilight Zone room.
So liar, but the things. But this was just the Sunday morning for their entertainment for the SS. But they got to enjoy it, their life. They worked so hard killing the Jews. They got to enjoy it. Was another incident like this. Schillinger, finally, after he beat me up, I didn't believe in God anymore. I prayed to the Gerer Rebbe. And I said, Rebbe, help me. If you have mercy on me, before I die, I want to see this man dead. The Schillinger. It took not even 2 whole weeks. Our transport came from Warsaw. It was a beautiful girl, a Jewish girl, all of what you don't find as a beautiful girl. She was trained to handle guns. She got undressed. She had to enter the last door, what they put in the cyclone, the gas. Everybody got in, but 50 or 100 or 200, whatever, and then to pour in the gas. She refused to go in. She was naked. She refused. They let the dogs on her. You can imagine. There was like a slaughterhouse, blood dripping from her. But she doesn't go in. What do? They don't have any other things in Auschwitz. What to do? Call Schillinger. He is the master. Schillinger came, he walked like this. He never beat you this way, he beat you with those. He hit this here and this elbow here. You have to go down. He wants you always down, and he got you down. He stepped on you, he trapped on you, he kicked you, broke all the ribs what you got. This girl, he came, and what he forgot, he had 2 guns. He didn't wear 1 gun. In both guns been open, the
Holster.
The
holster.
Also, they didn't lock it up. This girl spotted on you, this is open. She got closer to him, and she grabbed him, overpowered him, and she took 1 gun from him. And she unloaded 6 bullets in him. In crematorium. It was in the Jewish paper, it was after the war. 6 bullets, she left 1 for her. She put them out and she pulled it. And she
killed herself.
What she did. She did a hero. I find out this. What I mentioned to you before, I was in contact with the Sonderkommando. They knew everything, but they worked day and night there. 24 hours a shift. 3 shifts, 8 hours each shift. When they 8 hours, there came another 200 people. 3 a whole day and night. The crematorium's been no rest, day and night. And if the crematoriums couldn't work, they made pits. They throw in people alive, poured gasoline on top, and throw a match or whatever. That's the way. So she killed him. Then the fear started on us Jewish people too. Mengele came. You heard from Mengele, the doctor. He came and he right away, all Juden antreten. Juden means Jews, all assemble. And he went out and he looked at Libyan to 4, like in the army. He came, and he wanted 200 people. He came 2 rows from me. If he would go to take 220, I would be not sitting today talking to you. He took those 200 with machine guns, they took him away. Where they took him? To the other row. Like here was a row, let's say 500 Jews. Here was 500 Jews. These 2 had to come and look at your face. No. To take it by the hand for a partner. To go to the shooting gallery with them. To shoot 400. But 200 Mengele picked up. But 200 you had to pick up. And they paid 400 that right immediately in the morning, about 10 o'clock morning. But my jubilee was it. The happiest person in the world. Schillinger is dead. Like you were, when Mountain Sinai, when Hashem gave the Matan Torah in Shavuos. The Jews weren't so happy like we were happy. Schillinger is dead, no matter what will happen now. And I said to my Gerrer Rebbe, I'm ready to die. I'm ready to be sacrificed. Al Kiddush Hashem, I'm ready. We have in Jewish law, Al Kiddush Hashem and Al Chilul Hashem. Al Chilul Hashem, you know what it is? Chilul Hashem is Hashando, shame the Germans what they did to the Jews. Kiddush Hashem is sanctified for the gods, for you give you life. For Hashem, I would do it today. If He wants me for a sacrifice, I'll go today. This is a Kiddush Hashem. Chilul Hashem is for the oppressor. The oppressor, what he oppress you, what he torture you, what he does it to you. This is the addition of what we did today morning. This is Bat Auschwitz. Did you ever get up in the morning? What do you do in the morning? A Jew today get up, an American Jew. You first get up the bed, you put the feet down, you wash the knuckle hand only till here. And you say, Moide ani lefanecha, melecha v'kayim, shechazarto bi nishmosi, reiches chochmo yiras hadoshem seichel toif, chol oseim teluso medesolat. I'll translate. When you fear for God, then you're all right. When a person doesn't fear Hashem, we don't say God, we say Hashem. When you fear, you're already on the way. You Jewish people, like my case, I didn't go to a synagogue for 20 years. I didn't wear tefillin for 20 years. I was so mad being a young rabbi. And Hashem could do it to me, take away 63 people, and torture him and burn him. Then I figured I got the right to object to my rights. As long the soul is in you, I will be loyal to you. Who gave the soul? How did you get here? Did anybody bring you by the hand, took you and brought you here to America? How did you get here? Also got to be a high power, I got what He created you. Who brought the soul in you? When you make a car in the motor, General Motors, a body, the body is assembled. The body won't run. The tires are on, they won't run. When you put on the Nishumo, the motor, you put in the ignition. The motor is alive, the car runs. So is Hashem. He builded you for forsaken bones. He brought you. The same what started with Adam and Eve. First came Adam. But Hashem saw it as a man can't live alone of bread and butter. You got to have it a wife. He put him to sleep, Adam. He took out the rib, the third rib, the big rib. He made it a woman. God thought I got the right start, the right people, but He was wrong. He didn't. Came the snail, what do you call it, the snail, what crawls? Snake. And told them to eat from the tree. You probably, this story, every Jew probably knows it. And God punished the snake. You will crawl the rest of your life. You will never walk, you'll crawl. And you will eat mud. Till today, they're crawling, they're eating mud. Adam blamed it. Why, by the way, why He gave him a name Adam? Because Adam is earth. No, Adoma is earth. The name is taken from earth. That's when a person died. Why we say, Odom yesoido meyofor, vesoifer leyofor, but nafsho yuvilachmui. The man came from dust, he'll go back to dust. Nothing else. Lee made a good deal with upstairs. Lee got a Willem Haba, Willem Hazeh. Lee got two. Lee sent them up over there. Dead people, we get back young people, live people, children. You see the deal what Lee made? Even with Hashem, we can make a deal. I know, I keep forgetting.
Henry, they want your story, not philosophy.
Okay. Well, I like to mix it. You know, when you are a good painter, when you painted a nice light frame to get a little nice, makes the impression nice. Why does a man marry a beautiful girl? Why doesn't he take an ugly girl? He say he wants a beautiful. The first look. The interesting will be the story when I give the interpretation. See? You got the answer? You talk to a rabbi. They got an answer for everything. Keep this in mind. I think I know you, son.
You do.
Sure.
You will if you're there on Kol Nidre.
I know, I talked to him many times. Yeah, that's right. I know, I see him. I shook the hand many times, didn't you burn your finger?
I never washed his hand. Henry Ramek shook the hand. I don't wash it.
You blessed.
I usually keep it in a bag.
So a deal. We got the story. Then came, but from Auschwitz is a lot of stories to tell. But the story is like the Torah. In the Torah is no beginning. We don't start the Gemara with the first page. We start always with the second. And we don't finish. The ocean is deep, as always the Torah. Never an end. And we finish the Chamisha Torah, we go back. Bereshis, Shmos, Vayikra, Bamidbar, Dvorim. We always go back and back like a mill. In a factory, you saw a mill, the belt runs and it turns and turns and turns. It never stops, day and night. The funny part was that when I was rewarded from the CID, the American headquarters, what I worked for them 5 years, from 1945 and I got liberated, till 1950. 4 times I canceled my visas, but they got the papers for me to go to America. I canceled it. Why? I never had it in my life so good like the 5 years that I was in Germany after the liberation. When I got liberated, I've been weighing 98 pounds.
You were liberated by...
On the street, they find me unconscious with high fever. And they took me in American headquarters in Marburg. You got on the file, the Marburg. And they fed me intervening things a few days till I came to it. And they gave me a job because I speak languages. They want me to be working for them. You want to hear a nice story? I come up, when they hired me, they gave me a gun and a little Jeep, you know, the small little Jeep, and an American soldier, a partner. Day and night, he's your brother, your wife, he's everything. How did I get with American? I didn't speak English. He spoke perfect German. And I speak perfect German, as only in German. They gave the job, the Jeep. The first job, what I got, must be the Gerer Rebbe prayed for me. The colonel was in charge, the doctor, but I told you, a captain. They were in charge of the hospital in the CID, the whole deal. CID is what they call it in English, criminal division. We looked at for big Gestapo. We looked
Criminal
at
investigation.
criminal investigation. And he comes in the kennel in barefoot, not barefoot, in white socks. He always walked in the socks. An elderly man, but he was a brilliant guy. And he say, Henry here, let's test him out here. We got something for him. The partner interpreting from English to German, and he says, okay, so let's go. Where is the Jeep? Downstairs. Well, steps to go. He gave me a gun. Being a young rabbi, he gives me a gun. Oy vey. Oy vey. But I have to take it.
Did you know how to fire it?
I never used it. I never shot. I'll come to it. So he says the story. Last night, a young soldier, 19 years, went out and they lured them in a house, and they took off but they carried the soldier, the name or whatever, the money,
Wait, who lured him?
the prostitutes, the pimps in Germany, and they killed him and they throw them on the street. In the morning, they find him. They come to Henry, to me, and to my partner. How do you go to find a needle in a stack of hay? How are you going to find? But I learned the Gemara and Torah. I learned how you can go step by step, step by step. We go down, we go in the Jeep, and he was driving because he is more in English, he knows the street. And I say, where are you going? Where are we going? He said, we got to find a beginning. I say, where was he killed, this guy? I say, turn off the motor. Let's go out from the Jeep. He says, here. I say, let's walk around both and let's see if there's a bar around here, half a mile, a quarter mile. We walked, we find a bar. And I got right away with him in an agreement, but I know Germany. I grew up over there. I say, if you sit in the bar, when we go in, you sit in one corner and I'll sit in another corner. I know how to handle the German people, but in a bar. And if I'll need you, I'll give you a signal, you come over. I go in and they give me a hair singing, drunk like a pig. In Germany, what you do when you see two characters like these two guys be sitting drunk, I took a 2 beer, I ordered 2 beer, and I said to the bartender, give them the 2 beers. When I gave them the 2 beers, they raised it, bros, they come over there.
Wait, you bought them drinks?
Yeah, just to get acquainted with him, to get a start. How to get to him, I can go to a person I know, don't know him. And I trick him right away. I say, you know, I need your help. What help you need? I killed a soldier last night. And I'm hiding from the armies. We didn't call them Americans. The armies, they're after me. They're looking for me. Can you hide me someplace? He says to me, ich hab doch totgeschlagen einen. Means I killed last night one. He puts in the hand in the pocket and takes out the wallet. He takes out the things, he shows it to me. I almost collapsed. I see this, I say, God sent me a miracle. A miracle happened to me. As soon as I whistled him, I say to the 2 guys, you know this bar, I don't like it, let's go to another bar. I got a car downstairs, I'll give you. Oh yeah, Heinrich. He grabs me, he hugs me, he stinks vodka and beer. We got down, I grabbed right away one. I was young and strong. And I right away got behind, I took out the things, I wrapped him the hand and on the Jeep. He did the same thing with the other one. We left a half hour ago from the headquarters. We back. The captain comes in with the kennel. What are you doing here? You got an assignment to go. I say, let's go downstairs. We come downstairs, they look at 2 people laying tied their hand and the feet on the Jeep. What? I say, here. I took it in the pocket, I put away the wallet and the things, everything. Oh my God! Oh my God! He right away ran to the phone. I don't know whom he called. I didn't understand English. What he's talking, probably headquarters. We got the guys. We got the money. We got everything. This was a beginning when I started to work with him. You imagine what a reputation. I built it up right in the first day. And he goes with the right food, goes right. And I did it a lot of things. Then I caught it. The second catch was the Gestapo in our ghetto. He killed in the thousands of Jews for fun. Kids my age, 16 years, 14 years. He had 4 little guns in each pocket. Here one, here one, here one. And he took out for fun. He said, walk, walk, walk. Puck, 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 puck. And later they called the Jewish police to take him away. I got him, I caught him not once, twice. I caught him once and I gave him in the wrong hand. I gave him to the sea to another organization. He had so much money, he bribed 4 officers. He gave him the millions. And they gave him papers, he's free. You hear me? I'm not. Oh, I forgot. I have to. And they gave him papers and not enough evidence. Ali had to let him go. The second time I was standing by the kitchen, the front, the MP was standing and I talked to him. He saw the number. He asked me, where you from? You know, I got camaraderie. I see the bicycle, the same bicycle, and the same guy drives by. I ran after him, I grabbed it for the bicycle, and knocked him off the bicycle. I said, du bist doch hoch. Yeah, this time he got fresh. The first time he didn't say, he denied it. But the second time, he puts the hand in the pocket, he takes out papers he gives me. And I say to the MP to come here, close it, to read it. Here, read it. He says, he got good papers, he's free from the headquarters. No, enough... not enough proof. He's the one, he guilty. I say, not enough. How many witnesses you need? The survivors, they were from my ghetto. the things what they knew him also as good as I know it. I say, you know what? Give me a bus. I'll go to Halsheim, was the next town, and I'll bring you 20 witnesses in the bus. He said, oh, if you can bring this, wonderful. And then I got acquainted with a Jewish doctor. He was in the residency. American here, but he spoke perfect German. I communicated with him and I told him, this guy is a millionaire. He took away all from the ghetto, all the money, and he probably got it in his house. These papers is to tear up, is no good. This doctor was a smart kid. He saw it, I tell him the truth, he sees it. This is something going on funny. He went and got the names of those 4 officers. In the meantime, they released the 4 officers to Chicago. Skokie, they've been from there. And they're all going home, rich people.
American Jews.
American Jews soldiers. Yes, I'm a Jew, they Jews, but I'm sorry. If you commit a crime, and you knew it, what happened to me, and happened to all 6 million Jews, and you can't let you be ripe, I say, I won't have mercy on you. I filled up on a report and everything, and this doctor worked for me as though this was the CSC, the typical. They gave an order immediately to arrest the 4 people, the 4 doctors.
No, the 4 soldiers.
Just the 4 American.
The 4 American,
soldiers?
yes.
4 American soldiers.
I call them soldiers, but they've been all officers. The smallest was a white one. What is a white one? A lieutenant?
Colonel.
No, a colonel got the other one as a silver is a first lieutenant or something. I don't know. Anyway, they got arrested, and from then on, you know where he went? Nuremberg trial. This guy.
What?
In Nuremberg.
He got hanged. So everything went my way till I came to America. I came to America, I was very disappointed.
What year was that?
50. 45, I got liberated. In 1950, I arrived in March. I got liberated April 22nd. They find me unconscious, what I told you before. April, I got liberated, and in 1945, I came into America. I had papers direct to Oakland. I came into Oakland, my God, they gave me the time we got married, we came here to America, we got an apartment from the owner, or they call it the Federation, the Jewish, I don't know those names. I still don't want to learn even. You won't believe it how they can put in a Jewish kid. I was a kid at the time still. In our apartment, upstairs was a bordel on the Grove Street in Oakland. Soldiers be running all night, up and down. A ship came in with soldiers, and the prostitute had the season, and they're up and down. You couldn't sleep a minute. Not a minute I could sleep. My wife's father was a Yoruba doctor. He come from a fine family. People lived in a palace in Europe. She cried all night. I say, what you crying? Why you crying? That's the golden America. He came here. That's their apartment that we going to live. I say, Anna, no, I'll get you another one. It's just a beginning, you know. Nothing gets overnight done. Be patient, you know. As a rabbi, you have more patience. You always figure it'll improve. Finally, it did. But the going was very bad. I go in the next day, I go into the Jewish Federation. I tell the Jewish Federation what happened and everything. They take out $20 and put it on the table and say, take it. I say, what is this for? He say, well, you want to buy groceries. For $20, that time you can buy a lot of groceries. But I say, I don't accept any charity. In Europe was a disgrace when you took charity. The lowest person wouldn't accept charity. You die rather than to accept charity. And till finally, I met people. I met Pinky, Lee Agnew, they belong to. They work for a jewelry store. Lee went to Milet's store. Listen this. And they advertised, my wife was good in English. She spoke perfect English before Lee came. And she saw on it a radio, $1 down, $9 to pay 9 payments. $10 the radio. We want to have at least a radio to hear what's going on. We going in the store, we coming in, we picked up a radio and Lee signed it and everything, and he wants money. I say, and I took out that $1, that's all I got. I give him the dollar. One to the other. Where does he work? Does he have any guarantee? I say, I haven't. I just came and I showed him the number. I say, you Jewish? In Pinky answered in Agnew, yeah. I say, they let us go. They didn't give us the radio. The big chance, he was by that time a millionaire. Mylens, they called him. You knew Mylens, a jewelry store? I walked out with my wife with the heads down, embarrassed. We walked, I have a block, Pinky around after us. Come back. People looked at it, they thought I'll up the store, I'll running away. I got afraid, I'll get mugged. He came back, he said, I guarantee for you, you can take the radio home, leave the dollar, and if you won't pay, I'll pay. They gave us the radio. I was also, when the life was going on, not a job I could get, not anything. I met a guy from Bet Abraham, not Katz. Do you know the name? Katzberg.
Oh, Mr. Katzberg. Sam Katzberg.
Let him be good night, and what a fine person.
Little guy.
He met me, he took me and my wife, he owned us a beautiful Cadillac that time. I'll take you for a ride across the bridge to show you. And he said, calm down, and my wife cried and everything. He says, I'll try to get you a job. I know the secretary of the Butchers Union in San Francisco because my file was that I'm a butcher. I could, and you come to America, when you sign the papers, you got to say what you do. You don't fall on the government to support you. And I couldn't tell them I'm a rabbi. They wouldn't let me in probably, a rabbi, what a rabbi does. I told him I'm a butcher. The file is always a butcher. So he took me to the Butchers Union, San Francisco Langer, and he gave me a job in sausage, to make sausage. I didn't know about sausage as much as you know it. Maybe you know more than I do. But I learned on the job, and I was the bench. This is the bench. I was sending here people, over there people. The sausage comes out from the machine. And I saw what he does. I did. I learned on the job. I learned so fast. At the union wages, I belonged to the union right away, to the Butchers Union, 120. They tell me it was $84. I said, oh my God, a fortune, a miracle, a millionaire I am. I worked maybe 2 months, he gave me a raise. Overscale. So good I became. And from then on, the luck opened up for me. I didn't eat kosher, I ate reife. I didn't believe in God, I didn't believe in anything. One day my wife calls me up to work. And she said, you know what, Henry, tonight is Passover. I said, what? Who cares? What do I want with Passover? I don't want to know anything about Jewish people, I don't want to know anything. But please go buy a chicken or a turkey or whatever. When you come home from San Francisco, pick up, go to Mr. Brill, and I'll call in, he'll get you a turkey. I came in, was a good-looking youngster, and strong, young. And he started to talk to me, Mr. Brill. He's something detected by me. He tried to trick me. He was a very learned man. Torah, the Mr. Brill, a little fellow. You know Mr. Brill, probably. And I skipped out some words from Torah. He said, no, you must know more than this small print, what you're telling me. You're not telling me the truth. I said, Mr. Brill, I came for a turkey. I'm tired. I want to go home. What is he telling me stories? I want to go home. I came home, I told the sensation, my wife, I said, don't send me next time to the butcher. I can eat treife, I can eat pork, I don't care. I'm a loose guy, a loose cannon. I don't want to know anything. And I was for 20 years. my wife became pregnant, and she gave birth to two boys, twin boys. I noticed when they've been little kids, 2 years old, that they are brilliant. A father and a mother can notice what he got. And I say to my wife, Anna, they are unusual. Am I wrong or they are wrong? I tell you, they are two geniuses. They are two geniuses. I never seen kids in this age like an old man. They talk. Finally, they grew up. They didn't know it what I am. I never told them. They want to know about Auschwitz. They the number, and they went to when they got 6-7 years, they went to the Hebrew school. The mother, she insisted. I didn't want him to send them to a Jewish school. But I always get along with our wife. When I get married, it's for life, and I don't go disagree. Even if I am right, she's wrong, I'll give in. That's the way we men are this way. When you want to have shalom bayis, you have to take and give. Take and give. Yes. Finally, when they grew up, they went to Stanford. They've been accepted. They've been in the school all straight A's. One was president of the class in the high school. So I tell to my wife, Anna, was I right or wrong? I judged them, and they've been 1.5 years, 2 years old. You can see what is developing. She say, I believe in you, and you tell me I believe in you. She had as confidence, even if I would be wrong, she would bet her life on me. I have intuitions. It tells me something, and I know what's going to happen tomorrow or something. I feel it. I don't know what it is. My wife did the same thing. She got anything, she'll ask me. And I tell her, and she convinced I'm right. Whenever I tell her what I tell her. They find it out. Something. Oh yeah, I interrupted something. One Saturday, I had a bad night. Dreams all night. I've been dreaming every night. Tortured. I was tortured when I didn't fulfill the Jewish laws. And I put on a suit. I had a suit and a tie and a shirt. And my wife come from the kitchen out here and say, by that time we already had a house. I must have mind to buy a house on Fresno Street, a cheap house, but I had a roof over my head, not living in an apartment where they gave me the things. And I say, Anna, I'm going to shul. She says to me, you flipped? What happened? What is the matter with you? I said, no, Anna, I'm going to shul. I went to the shul. I come into the shul. That time I was having Hollander, Gabbai. And I was nicely dressed, finely, but I was a good-looking young man.
Beth Jacob.
In Beth Jacob,
Ernie
sure.
Holland.
Yeah, in Beth Jacob. I belong 59 years now to Beth Jacob. He comes and tips me, you want Aliyah? You know what Aliyah is? Honor. They call you to the Torah. I said, if you give me, I went to the things and they called me the name, the Hebrew name. They called me the Torah. I go up to the Torah. I made a brucha. The shul was full. Everybody turned their head around. They never heard they said Azah brucha machen. From then on, broke the whole deal. They gave me Azah kuvet. The next Shabbos, I went again. Comes again to me. The guy supposed to have mafta didn't show up. Can you, in a split time, say I'm after? I said, I'll try. I went up and I said, I'm after. They still remember it in Beit Jacob, people, whoever is alive. The second episode was, later, I mixing one and the other. I went to New York. My son moved to New York. When he was a doctor, he opened his own practice in Lawrence, New York. He's an oncologist. And we went Shabbos to shul. After already he went to shuls, and they call it a Bal Tshuva. Bal Tshuva, when you come back, Hashem takes you back. He accepts you back in the family. They call it a Bal Tshuva. And I've been sitting with my grandson. My grandson, by the way, is now accepted to Harvard. And Alex is his name. My son is Yosef. In Lee sitting in Semeroy, my son bought a maftir for his son, Alex. He was about that time already 15 or 16. And then the grandson say, Daddy, why don't you give Grandpa the maftir? And my son started to blush. He didn't want to insult me. He thought I don't know how to say maftir. Maftir is an interesting poem to say in the Torah. You call to the Torah. You ever been in shul? What you know maftir?
I don't know.
Armin and I.
Anyway, so Alex suggested, I say, okay, I'll take it. No, Daddy, you're going to embarrass me. You can't say after you didn't rehearse. Just on 5 minutes, you're going to say. I said, Joey, calm down, let me. I went out, they have one of the biggest rabbi in America, Han is his name. He was the chief rabbi of all the rabbis in America. He's the rabbi over there in this synagogue where my son belongs. And I said, I'm after. They still, my son talks it to every friend what he got, but he's after. When I came back, I say, Chotusi, he made my son. I sinned against you. I shouldn't have insulted you. I say, he's forgiven, Joey. And then the thing broke loose. I had to tell who I am. I'm a rabbi. I made smicha when I was 16 years old. The kids till today, when they have a chance to talk to me, they say, Daddy, how could you so many years hold it from us? Why? I say, Joey, I was ashamed to tell you, being a rabbi, what you will say, I'm a religious man. And I work hand by hand like Noah, Tzadik Tomit Hoiber Roisel, Esolim is Halek Noach, Avrom de Akaida. You have to fulfill what Hashem wants from you. How am I not embarrassed to tell people I lost 63 people in Auschwitz and I am going and pray it again to the same God? Not fair. They are intelligent boys, they understand my agony, my everything. Is already another 20 years since I revealed I am who I am. Now I teach him at Jacob, I teach him at Abraham, and I teach the Chabad. I read the Torah for them, I daven for them. I do, all Bar Mitzvah boys go through my hand. Bet Abraham, the girls and the boys. Whatever I can, I do it.
That's wonderful.
This what I do today is also for the Jewish generation, for the future. I'm not getting younger. I'm over 18 years. Oh no, 21. I can drink already. and then the day will come for me. Then we want to leave for the young generation what they can tell what happened. The America was the hardest thing when I came. 3 years. I went to commit suicide twice in America. Why I didn't do it, you ask me? Because being a young rabbi, and I know the law, you can't commit suicide. If you commit suicide, you can be buried on the cemetery by the fence. You got to be buried an outcast by the fence when you commit suicide. And I know the law. I said, oh, that's all holding me back. I saw it is no way for me to live here. You talk to a Jewish guy, are you Jewish? No. I know he's a Jewish guy, he'll deny he's Jewish. I said, where did I come to a Goyishke town, to a Goyishke country? Is this the life going to be? I had in Germany after the liberation, the 5 years, the best in my life. The best in my life. I drove a beautiful Mercedes, the small, whatever I wanted, everything free. I didn't pay, I didn't have money. I owned a dog, a shepherd, a German shepherd. I lived in a beautiful apartment with our balcony. I didn't have to worry what I'll eat tomorrow. I came to America, the kids are born, and I say, oh my God, how am I going to handle twins? You got one, you feed them, take them, give them a formula. I get up every morning at 4 o'clock. My wife took one to feed the formula, and I took the other to feed him.
You're a good daddy.
Hashem works in a mysterious way. He doesn't ask you, but do it what he wants.
Henry, what do you think about Holocaust deniers?
And what?
What do you think about Holocaust deniers?
Deniers?
Yeah.
Well, you know it. This is just
Here, Henry.
bad people. It's like I'll deny you. Are you here being tonight today with me? Somebody will say, you being the man looks like you killed somebody. He looks like him. He was there. I recognize him in the police. They take you for I'll swear I been with the man here. He'll deny it. Well, what do? You have to prove him so much. Are you not lying? You telling the truth. General Eisenhower was the one liberated us. All generals, do they lie? Why don't they tell them they lie? What happened to the 6 million Jews? Do you hide them in closet here? Do I have my parents put them in a drawer? What happened to Leah? 12 children. I was 12 children in my house. Where are they?
Are you the only survivor?
From my family, they're only from uncles in Bradley. 64 people got into Auschwitz. God cursed the earth over there. I came out the only one. That's what we had in the morning today.
Yeah.
But I said I don't want it anymore to go. I never been in Germany back. I never been in Poland, and I won't go. My kids went, not me. I cursed the earth, and I cursed the things. And if you think, as Poland is already paid, Germany is already paid, that they got away with a clean cut, they killed 6 million, it's not even the beginning. The Yom Adin will come. We going now to Rosh Hashanah. This Saturday is the first day of Rosh Hashanah. Sunday this year. בראש השונה יקוסייבון ויום ציין כיפור יחוסיימון כמו יברון וכמו יבראיון מי יחיה מיומיס. The Germans will be wiped off of the earth. They didn't get yet paid. The blood doesn't rest from my family. Do you think that this world is finished when somebody dies? First of all, we don't say when somebody died, he died. When a rabbi or a learned person died, we say, he got nifter. Nifter means like an interruption, a remission, like somebody got cancer. He get 5 years a remission. After the 5 years, or he come back, or he's healed, or he dies. This, when a person dies today, what do we say? You call me up, you say, Yankel Moishel died. You heard it? No. What do I answer? Burich Dayan Emes. Thanks God, your judgment is right and your standing is right. You have to tell her, if a person kills somebody, you bless him. Why? Well, but we have an agreement. I told you today morning, we send up over there, dead people, they send us up, down, and alive people. Children, in womb. The mother carries 9 months. Bring them here. Look at your son. You remember when you carried it in womb? Now you married? Well, this year you get married.
God forbid.
After New Year you get married.
Pick a nice girl.
You see, it is not paid. It's not paid. It's not even a down payment. You buy a house, what do? You first give a down payment. Then you pay in the escrow, you pay the rest. No, it's not even a sign. They think they got away, those Nazis, what they live in Uruguay or in Spain. They got away like Eichmann was hiding. They think, oh, I got a clean job. I killed 6 million Jews. A guy told me one time a story. Worked in a store. He was poor. The cash register forgot to push the cash register closed, to close it. He walked by and he saw so much money he never seen in his life in the road. Tomorrow is the first, has to pay rent if they're not a victim. He looked around, nobody sees it. Nobody saw it. He went home, he told his wife, I got money, I'll pay the rent, okay. But he forgot to say, he saw it. He saw it. It's not what you think. We think we do things what is not kosher. It's kosher. Oh, I ate a piece of sausage, it's treif. It's written, all written. You got $1,000, you go to Bank of America tomorrow, you deposit. Tuesday you go in, you need 500. They go in, what is your name? Yeah, Mr. Levine. Yeah, you got deposit, you got money. Did you ever think you need another account besides Bank of America? They don't take money, no checks, no cash, but they take mitzvot. When you do a good deed, what we do today, you know the altar, you get a mitzvah? Yeah. Elohim nitzov badas ha'el. While we need 10 people to be a minion, Hashem is the first. I go every morning when we start at 8 o'clock, I'm in 7 o'clock in the shul. Before me is Hashem there, invisible. He's there. Hashem get mad when he's only 9. We can't get a tent. He gets very mad. I called in. Nobody answered the phone. Where are you? See? Hashem writes it down. Sefer Zichroi Nois. He'll remember. When I teach you, I'll give you something else. Haloi mit mechavero perek echos or posuk echot linoi boikovot. This is in Perkei Avos. When I teach you a few words, you're supposed to give me respect. Shekein motzonu beDavid melech Yisrael. Sheloi lo mat me'achas teufel. Elo shnei dvorim, crow a rabbi. If I come a few days more, and I teach you about mitzvah, you have to call me a rabbi, because I'm your teacher. That is, remember those things. Aloi mit mechavero perek echos, or posuk echot linach boikovoit. The Torah is as deep as the ocean, deeper. Knowing you can't go wrong, you stay in the Torah. You go wrong when you stay away from the Torah. That is a fact. I been like an alcoholic, anonymous, drinks and become later sober. He can tell you, but he went through the alcohol. I went through 20 years. I didn't go to a synagogue. I didn't put on film. Since then I came back. When I'm Baal Tshuva, I never missed a day. I go 7 days a week in the shul. I teach, I learn, whatever is, anything when I get a mitzvah. We need 100 mitzvah a day. See?
Yeah, you had a reason for not laying the film.
I been there. Because I know what is written in the film. I talk to dozens of rabbis and I ask him, what is written Shel Rosh? What is written in Shel Yad? I forgot already, he says. I say, I'll never forget. I became a rabbi when I was 16 years old. I didn't forget. How can you forget? You must have been a bad student. Now you can ask me questions too. Can I drink a little water or he'll be in the fire?
Yes.
He's going the record?
Please do. I have 3 minutes left on this.
How long can I drink it?
For 3 minutes.
L'chaim. So good the water. Mayim. You had questions? You please ask me questions.
For 20 years, you did not believe in God. The reason that you did not leave to film or have anything to do with the laws of Judaism.
I didn't get the question. You don't mind to repeat it?
You have to speak a little louder.
You got it? What?
You didn't observe, you didn't believe in God for 20 years.
At least, maybe more.
That is my question.
Yeah, I did.
And
And I did.
something happened that you...
I had
heard
torture.
about-
I've been tortured the whole time. My wife told me, I can't sleep with you in the same bed. You turn from a side to a side to side. You are so nervous. You are so kind of restless. And I know it. I had also bad dreams. Gestapo grabbed me, they hanged me, they stabbed me. All tourists. What was the sign? Go back where you belong. You don't belong, you're not a butcher, you're not a sausage maker, you're a rabbi. Go back, teach the little kids. I am relaxed now. I'm in perfect conditions. You see, Hashem got in the hand me, whenever He gave me the neshumo, He can take it. When I give you this watch, you don't have a watch, you got to synchronize. When I come tomorrow, I want my watch back. What do? You give it back. What do you say? Thank you. It's mine. You're not doing me a favor. Hashem created me. Who brought me here? Who brought me? Who gave me my brains, my neshumo, my breathing, my eating, my everything? So he's in charge, like you own the building. You rent it out with. Well, she's your tenant, you the owner. Hashem is the Shaddai. We don't call God, we call it Hashem. Because we don't cheapen the name to call it God every time in our little conversation. Only when it's important in the synagogue, we do it. When it's an important trial. When it's an important trial, it's Bekeref Elohim Yishpoit. Hashem sentenced the